Welcome to Brainstorm MTG. I'm ELD, and this is Fast Effect, Double Speed Magic the Gathering from ELD's Time Vault Games in Bellingham, Mass. We have Pyle Souza on the spicy new Renin 6 Delver deck, and Mark is on his True Calling here, Goblins, jamming a Munitions Expert, taking out that Delver of Secrets before it can flip. Made uncounterable thanks to Cavern of Souls. Brainstorm and Fetchland assembled for Pyle. And a Volcanic Island allows him to ponder, so he's right now got 3 colors on board. This deck, an incredibly greedy mana base, enabled by Renin 6. Now that green as part of the mix, Tarmogoyf has come back in a big way, and expect that to be a really serious threat versus Goblins. It is a beefy body, very hard to remove, and can actually close the game out pretty quickly. We'll see if Goblins can go wide enough. And now Grenzo, the legendary goblin, allowing for essentially cards to be milled off the top of Pyle's deck. Occasionally he may hit a card that he'll want to cast. A Lightning Bolt taking out the Grenzo, so that no longer an option. A lot of legendary goblins have made their way into the build lately, and just everything's going to be uncounterable here. War Chief, hasty damage for the rest of the game until this guy's cleared. Pyle's going to need some removal. He's going to need some counterplay too. He's going to have to kind of race while trying to stop Mark from killing him. It's a lot like being in a foot race. If you try and tackle your opponent, it can be kind of ugly. If you give him a little bit of a nudge and keep running, that's generally a little bit better. All you got to do is cross the finish line first. And here's a Lightning Bolt. This Delver can turn sideways. Has not flipped yet. Oh, and another Munitions Expert. Along with the Caracas. And now this gets a Crater Maker. And yeah, this is going to be tough. Wasteland takes out a single Cavern of Souls. True Name Nemesis. That is an excellent draw here in terms of being able to hold the fort down. Does Matron have an answer to this True Name? Not typically. Probably going to go for some card advantage and just try and go around it. Right now, basically just some 1/1s and a Crater Maker. And there's the Goblin Ringleader. Tarmogoyf. And some resilient threats coming down here for Pyle. 3 damage coming in. Knows he can't just play defense. We'll see if that's swinging too soon. Spot removal really exacerbates the problem. Just a lackey, so a terrible ringleader here. Mark can start throwing his goblins into the fray. Being tapped out means he's not going to be able to use this Goblin Crater Maker to do extra damage. And now Pyle down to 7. Removal in those combat steps can be particularly devastating. Getting rid of the 2 best creatures, one by blocking, one with a removal spell, can be pretty rough. Goblin Lackey in hand. And 3 more damage coming in. An uncounterable Lackey, another one. Now they do not have haste. Once this Delver flips, it's just 2 more turns for Mark, unblockable. So he's going to go ahead, get 3 more damage in. Down to just 5. Goblin Grenade would be nice, but not part of the current Legacy list. 3 damage and another True Name, and it looks like Pyle's going to pull this one out. 3 blockers Means only 2 damage would get in. That Caracas was not around to save Grenzo previously. And right now, no red mana. Everything turning sideways. Does Delver block anything? Down to just 2. And another Goblin Lackey comes in. So Pile deciding to block. Staying out of range of Mog Fanatic. And just all the true names here. Can Mark find a way to get 2 damage in? He's got an equal number of blockers as he does attackers. That is a tall order, and he scoops it up here. Moving on to game number 2. So no Vial, no Lackey that game, and proved to be just a little bit too slow, despite having Cavern of Souls, a card that did make all of his goblins uncounterable. Removal and creatures that are just better on their own. True Name Nemesis and Tarmogoyf doing just a ton of work there. So neither player really getting their strongest cards in the matchup. Renin 6 is an absolute wrecking ball versus goblins. Just murdering a goblin every turn for the low cost of 2 mana. Big part of the reason why Munition Expert is actually being played in the deck now. Previously, Gempalm Incinerator was the default removal for goblins, cycling to essentially kill most creatures in the format and draw a card. I've actually seen Gempalm Incinerators take down Emrakuls before, once you have usually Krenkos involved with that. And to be fair, it typically doesn't actually need to be removed. Usually you can kill with just the existing goblins on board, but when you have an opportunity to destroy an Emrakul, sometimes you just have to go for the style points as well. Nothing quite that large in these Renin 6 Delver decks. Biggest thing would be the Tarmogoyf. Usually caps out at a 6-7 at most. Very often it's a 4-5, which is very big. 4-5 for 2 mana is legit. Not unusual at all in these builds to get up to 5-6 with the abundance of Renin 6s. At only 2 mana, I've seen people chain them together just to get extra activations within a turn. Having the extra Planeswalker in the graveyard gives you that extra card type, so pretty much always going to have instant sorcery, land, and creature. Planeswalkers, not too bad. Enchantment's a little bit tougher. And Wasteland taking out Cavern of Souls. Mog Fanatic is there to prevent any type of Delver shenanigans. Not a lot Delver's going to do with 1 mana in this situation. Certainly not going to want to throw the Delver under the bus. Would rather find some removal, clear this Lackey, and then play a Delver. You really do want a True Name or Delver, something that can just get in for damage every turn. Create some inevitability. A couple of basic lands here for Mark. And now Chalice at 1, a very potent sideboard card. That does demand a response. Pile has none. So not even a Brainstorm or anything like that in response. Renin 6 coming down. Killing the Fanatic. No, actually just returning the Wasteland. Renin 6 down to just 3. Munitions Expert. And now the Fanatic clearing it. And a Wasteland coming in, so yikes. Tarmogoyf. Currently a 3-4. That Wasteland from Mark could be devastating. We'll see if Pyle can draw some more mana off the top. It doesn't look like he has any in hand. The deck operates pretty well. Oh, Wasteland on... I was going to say, Wasteland on Wasteland is just shocking. So now Kyle with just colorless mana. But winning the race on board. 3 damage a turn. Red Blast here for Mark. That card not going to do a whole lot until Kyle draws some blue mana. He is going to need to get some goblins on board. This is a 5-turn clock or so. This discard Brainstorm end of turn, turning this into a 3-turn clock. The 4/5 body. Chump blocking now. And Pyrokinesis trying to do the extra damage. So no sorcery. He is a 4/5. We've got creature, land, planeswalker, and instant. So this Tarmogoyf has been taken down. But it's possible that a sorcery being discarded could have kept him alive with a Brainstorm response to the Pyrokinesis. Actually, he wouldn't even need to respond. Hopefully he didn't have a sorcery that he could discard. And now Goyf comes back online anyway, so Mark doing his best to prevent Kyle from playing any type of threats here. Cycling Gem Palm with no goblins, and this is very grim. So Chalice of the Void, an early start, just crippling the mana base, but 2 mana is not that much to ask. Only 1 and a green. It looks like a Sling Gang Lieutenant. No, it must have been a Plague. That must be a Plague Engineer. Plague Engineer. That is countered. And now Mark must extend the hand as Pyle takes it down in 2. That is all for this one, but don't worry, there is a lot more. You can check out our older videos, and we're always putting out new videos from ELD's Time Vault Games in Bellingham, Massachusetts. If you want to help the channel, of course, you can like, subscribe, share, tap that notification bell so you can know the next time our new videos come out. Thanks for watching.